Thank you for joining wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. Everybody that have connected to this broadcast, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. Please share the video on your own platform. Share it any place you belong. Keep on sharing. Let them hear us. Whether they like it or not, they must hear our voice. Because every one of us is making history. If you are a member of Autopilot, you have to be very proud of yourself today. You have to be very, very proud of you. And every one of us, we are proud of our brother Simon Ekpa. He is doing a wonderful work. He is doing a wonderful work, and Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to guide and protect him. Chukwu Emeka, Biafra Spirit, thank you so much, Chukwu Emeka, for your support. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, and I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect you. I came here today. It's going to be a very quick broadcast just to appreciate every single Biafran. Every Biafran that is a genuine freedom fighter. All the genuine freedom fighters, we have made history again on the fundraising. On the fundraising, so many people turned up, and it was a great success. Even as I'm speaking, as you're watching this video, people are still calling our brother Simon Ekpa. They are still making response. People are still responding. Up to this minute, they are still responding. I wasn't able to be there. I came there on the fundraising. I was there for some few minutes due to time difference. I wasn't able to stay there for a very long time due to time difference because I have some other responsibility this morning before I could be able to wake up and go to other responsibilities that I have this morning. That was why I couldn't be able to stay long. I just came in briefly and I left. But I have to use this opportunity to thank every Biafran, every single Biafran that participated in that very fundraising. I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect you. Enter Biafra, Obi Sochi, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody that have joined that very fundraising. It was a very great success. People are still reaching out to our brother Simon Ekpa, even as you are watching this very video. If you are an autopiloter, you have to be proud of yourself. And we are very proud of Umada. Umada, they have raised the bar again. They have raised the bar. And let me tell you, if anybody is still doubting whether Biafra will come or not, Biafra is here already. Biafra is here already. No matter what anybody is saying, begin to rejoice and begin to celebrate Biafra. Begin to live in Biafra. Start living as somebody who is going into Biafra. Begin to sanctify your brain. Begin to purify your brain. Begin to clean up your brain to move into Biafra. Last night was a great success. It was a great success. A mind-blowing success. Regardless all the attack, all the challenges and blackmail, Biafrans know what they want. And they have proved again last night. Every genuine agitators, every genuine, if you are an autopiloter, you have to be proud of yourself. Chukwu Okike Abiama have chosen people who will restore Biafra. Chukwu Okike Abiama by himself have chosen those people who will restore Biafra. And no matter what you do, the more you blackmail them, the more they progress. The more you talk bad against them, the more they succeed. The more you begin to push your blackmail, the more they succeed. And let me tell you, more things are coming. More things, more upliftment is coming. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying. It doesn't matter what anybody is doing. Chukwu Okike Abiama have taken charge. I used to tell you that Autopilot is not just an organization. It is Chukwu Okike Abiama in charge. That is the literal meaning of Autopilot. When you hear Autopilot, it means Chukwu Okike Primi. I'm not talking about the kind of Chukwu Okike they are calling. Remember when Mazi, when we call Chukwu Okike Abiama, he will tell that it's not like Obliu or whatever they call it. When we are talking about Chukwu Okike Abiama, we're talking about the Supreme God. Supreme God. The Almighty God living in heaven, the creator of heaven and earth. That is the person we are referring for. He is in charge of the autopilot. That is why you see things happening. Against all odds, against all the attack, against all the hindrances, with all the blackmail and whatever, we are making history. You are part of that history. If you are watching me today, you are part of that history. Everybody that have joined that fundraising, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect. Even as you are watching me, people are still donating. People are still donating. People are still coming. People are still calling. People are still calling in. People are still calling. They are calling Madam Azuka. They are calling our brother Simon Ekpa. Making donation. Since last night up to today, people are still donating. And I thank everybody that have participated. Biafrans, they know what they want. Biafran people know what they want. And they know a way forward. You cannot confuse Biafran people. You see, that is what Mazi Nnamdi say. It is very difficult for you to convince a Biafran. For you to convince a Biafran, it is very difficult. But once you are able to prove yourself and convince a Biafran, you are good to go. You are good to go. And today, we have proven once again, Chukwu Okike Abiama have proven again that Biafrans are convinced of their freedom. They are convinced. And Biafrans have been convinced fully today to begin to follow the spokesperson of our brother Simon Ekpa under the leadership of Mazi Kanu. The Biafrans are 1,000% convinced that our brother Samuel Ekpa is on the right track. He is on the right track, building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Autopilot is operating. And let me tell you, Biafra is here. If you're one of those who, I have said it time with time, even before now I have said it, that Biafra is no longer a dream, it's a reality. Treat it as a reality. When you begin to see Biafra as a reality, you begin to feel the way we are feeling. You begin to see the joy in you. The joy begin to, regardless the attack, because you be see, when you close your eyes, you be seeing Biafra. When you sleep, you see it. When you walk on your road, you see it. When you breathe it. When you eat it. Biafra is a reality. And if you're one of, if you go and watch the video yesterday, and those who has attended, I was there briefly when I came there. I was there briefly. I couldn't be able to start because of time different. Time different was too much. Then I have other programs I have to attend in the morning. I couldn't be able to stay throughout the whole period. But so many people came. When I woke up in the morning before I prepared to go to church, it was still going on. It was still going on. People were still calling. People were still calling Abraham Samuel Ekpa. He couldn't sleep all night. That is why we must continue to pray for all the Umadas. Pray for all the Umadas. Pray for all the people who were there standing from day till throughout the whole night up to this morning. Mainly Abraham Samuel Ekpa. He has been receiving call. Up to this moment, calls are still coming. People are still making donation. That is to tell you that Biafrans are ready to go home. Biafrans are ready to go home. It is not time to talk about irrelevant people. Please stop writing the name of irrelevant people here. Don't write there. There is no need to talk about all those irrelevant people. No need to mention the name of any irrelevant person. No need to talk about them. We are focused. We are heading home. There's no time. No time for blackmail, propaganda, or even somebody blackmail you or talk evil against you. Don't even think about them. Don't talk about them. All those people who are busy calling you name, don't reply to them. When you see their platform, if you see their platform and their video, don't reply. Just scroll off and go. Scroll off. We are moving forward on the stage of restoration. And when you see the fundraising that happened last night, you know that Biafrans are ready to go home. They are very much ready. They are very much ready. As you are speaking, it's a continuous donation, even as you are watching. If you have not done yours, it is not late. If you have not contributed in the fundraising, it is not late. It is not yet. The website is there. Go, and people are still calling. Even after people are still calling, making call and making their own donation. Go and write your name in gold. Put your name in gold. It doesn't matter how small. It doesn't matter how big. There is no amount. It's too much. Because we are going to restore Biafra. Restoration of Biafra is not a child's play. It's not a joke. And we are going home. Begin to prepare yourself. Any part of the world where you are living, prepare yourself. Even if you are living in that contraption called Nigeria, prepare yourself to wake up in Biafra land. Prepare yourself to wake up in Biafra. You are going to sleep one day. When you sleep, when you wake up, you hear that you are in Biafra land. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. Biafra is a reality. It is no longer it's not a propaganda. It's not a child's play. It's not something we are not saying we are dreaming about it. We have seen it come. When you see the way Biafrans are responding, if you see the way Biafrans are responding, the way Biafrans are going about it, you will know that Biafran people, we are ready to go home. There's no doubt about it. And today, Chukwu Okeke have given us a spokesperson under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwu Okeke by himself have elected a spokesperson for us. He has given Abraham Samuel Ekpa a responsibility which is taken. Let me tell you, what Samuel Ekpa is doing, it's only few people that can be able to match that very thing. I have not even seen people who can be able to match what he's doing. He is doing a great work. As this moment, last night he couldn't sleep up to this morning. His phone is still ringing. You know, Biafrans are scattered all over the world. Biafrans are scattered all over. Some people at that time when the fundraising was going on, it is their own night. They were sleeping. And when they wake up, they key in. Some people, when the fundraising were going on, they were still sleeping. Some are still just waking up. Some are going to bed. And as they finish or whatever they're doing, they are killing. Biafrans are all over the world. And every Biafran all over the world want to go home. They want to go home. And they are calling. Even as you are watching, as we are doing this broadcast, as you are watching me, they are still calling. So if you have not heard or you think you have missed it, it is not yet late. If you think that you have missed it, nobody will miss from this blessing. You can never, ever, ever keep yourself aside from the blessing. Don't keep yourself aside. Register yourself. No matter how small, no matter how big, go to the website and make your contribution. Go to the website. Go to the website. It is there. Make your contribution. Put a call to Abraham Samuel Ekpa. Put a call to Umada. Put a call to Madam Azoka. Put a call across. It is a continuous. The fundraising has entered Autopilot itself. The fundraising itself, the fundraising to sponsor the ESN, is on Autopilot. That is what we're going to show you, that The restoration of Biafra itself is on autopilot, and no man born of a woman can stop it. You heard Mazi Nnamdi when he came to court. Mazi Nnamdi repeated it to our ears. He said it again. This one is not that he passed a message through somebody. Mazi Nnamdi do not pass a message through the lawyer or pass a message through somebody who can tell us. In the court, Mazi Nnamdi say, Biafra will definitely come. No man will stop Biafra. No woman will stop. Nobody born of a woman can stop Biafra. And today, the restoration of Biafra has come under autopilot. That is what is running. The fundraising is on autopilot. As you are watching, people are still donating. Don't leave yourself behind. Don't be behind. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every single Biafran wherever you are. Every Biafran wherever you are, any angle, any country where you are. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and lead you through. We will conquer. We have overcome already. We have overcome, not we have overcome. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Chukwu Okike Abiyama is in charge. And when Chukwu Okike Abiyama has said yes, who are you to say no? Who are you to say no? You see, before the fundraising, you saw all the kind of propaganda. With all their propaganda, all the attack, all the blackmail, everything you are seeing from east, west, north, and south, calling of names upon that. Biafrans know what they want. That's the difference between Biafrans and other people. Biafrans know what they want. Mazi Nnamdi said it. It is not easy to convince a Biafran person, but once you are able to convince a Biafran, you are good to go. You are good to go. And that is why you see Mazi Nnamdi today. Mazi Nnamdi's name have been written in gold. He is a household name. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you hate him. It doesn't matter what you propagate against him. You see, Mazi Nnamdi has not occupied any political post. Mazi Nnamdi has not occupied any important post or whatever. But Mazi Nnamdi raised a bar. He built a name for himself. A name based on truthfulness and consistency. And Biafran saw him. He was working. Mazi Nnamdi proved himself to you and I. Mazi Nnamdi did not demand for our respect. He never demanded for respect. He earned the respect from us. Mazi Nnamdi earned the respect. And in that same track, you see our brother Simon Ekpa walking, taking the footsteps of Mazi Nnamdi, building on the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi have led. That is where Simon Ekpa is said, and he is earning our respect. And you can see the way he's growing. He's growing through that foundation, and he's earning the respect of Biafrans. Whenever he make a call, Biafrans respond. Whenever he make a call, Biafrans respond. Last night, Biafrans responded to him again. They responded to the call. And let me tell you, just as he said, Biafra is very, very, very close. Prepare yourself. Continue to prepare yourself. Let me tell you, prepare yourself. You are going home. It doesn't matter the challenges. It is not going to be easy. It might be difficult, but let me tell you, you cannot compare it to what happened in the past. We cannot lose the kind of people we lost in the last. We cannot face the kind of challenges we faced in the past civil war. In this one that we are in, it is going to last a very short time. And let me tell you, Biafra will definitely come. Biafra will definitely come. When you look at that fundraising and you see the response of people from all over the world, 24/7, up to this minute, people are still coming in. People are still making donation. It shows you that Biafrans are willing to go home. Israelites, they sponsored their own freedom. And they got it. And we will not be different. Knowing our lineage and where we are coming from. We are not just folding our hand and praying. We are praying. And we are acting on the ground. We are praying with faith. As every one of you know, Mazi Nnamdi is not a man that just come and make a decision. And I believe our brother Simon Ekpa is not doing that part. That's why you see, anything we do, we pray first. Anytime you see Mazi Nnamdi, before he says anything, before he does anything, he will pray. He doesn't make that prayer. Very, very important. He prays. That's how important the prayer is. But when you pray, you don't pray and fold your hand. That is the difference. There are some people, like the people you see today, who call themselves pastors and GOs and the men and people. You see them, after praying, all of them, they will run and go and sit down. They will tell you to pray and go home. Pray and go. Mazi Nnamdi, after praying, he will put his prayer to work. That is different. None of them, all these GOs, all these people who are calling for, who are saying for peace, who are calling for peaceful movement, none of them pray half of what Mazi Nnamdi prays. They cannot pray match Mazi Nnamdi in prayer in any way. No pastor, no GO can match Mazi Nnamdi in prayer. Mazi Nnamdi pray 7 good times every day. When Mazi Nnamdi was with us, he prays 7 good times every day. He never missed it. He was praying for Biafra, praying for you and I, for us to stand firm for today. And today he's in captivity. Even as they're holding him, he is still praying for you and I. But with all those prayers, he will not pray and tell us not to take action. After praying, instruction will come coming from Chukwu Okike Abiyama, and we will be taking action. Prayer with work. prayer with work, faith with work. That is why when Mazi Nnamdi tells you a thing, he doesn't miss word. And that is why every single thing he says come to pass. Every single thing he says come to pass. That is the prophet of our own time. Our own savior of our own time. Every single thing he has said in the past come to pass. And today, we are building on that fertile land, on that fertile ground. On that fertile ground that Mazi Nnamdi can have built. If you are a Biafra, you should be proud of yourself. You should be very, very proud of yourself. Time has gone. Time has gone when they will ask you where you'll be ashamed to call yourself a Biafran. You should be proud to call yourself a Biafran. Be proud of yourself. And mostly, if you are a member of Autopilot, be proud to identify yourself as an autopiloter. When you are a member of Autopilot, you are actually being controlled by Chukwu Okike. It means handing your life, your thinking, your mindset to Chukwu Okike. That is what it means. When we talk about Autopilot, you are not handing your destiny to anybody. Autopilot doesn't mean giving your destiny to anybody. Not giving it to Mazi Simon Ekpa, not giving it to anybody. You are giving your destiny to Chukwu Okike. You are giving your mindset, your thinking to Chukwu Okike to control. And Chukwu Okike will speak to you on your own and give you your own assignment on what to do. It is left for you to open your ears and listen to what Chukwu Okike is telling you and do that thing he's telling you. Chukwu Okike already have pointed somebody who can be able to direct you. Tell us where to go. Tell us where to follow. Tell us what will happen when it will not happen. Tell us the direction to follow to achieve our freedom. Building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That thing has been made available. Those are the structures that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put in order. You know, sometimes when people begin to talk about structure, they begin to look about political part of it. When people are talking about structure, most times you see them, they are looking at political part of it. They talk about structure. What they are talking about is the political aspect of the structure. But apart from that political aspect, the major structure that matters very well is that spiritual structure that Mazi Nnamdi has put in place. But nobody is talking about it. Nobody is talking about the spiritual structure that Mazi Nnamdi has put in place. That is the most sensitive aspect of it. That is why Mazi Nnamdi is exceptional. I call him a spiritual leader of Biafra. Not only a spiritual leader. He works on both sides. Mazi Nnamdi is very prayerful. Come to action. He takes action on the ground. He doesn't keep quiet. He is doing everything necessary. But you see people who claim to be following him, they focus only on the political aspect of it. Each time you see them talking about structure, they are talking about the political aspect. They want to take a position. They want to be seen as the head. They want to be seen as the leader. They want to be seen as being the person representative. They want to be seen as but they forgot that there is a spiritual structure that Mazi Nnamdi has put on the ground. And in that spiritual structure, every day that Mazi Nnamdi can come to you, go and look for any of his broadcasts. Every single broadcast Mazi Nnamdi can have made, he has never started the broadcast without praying. That is the spiritual structure. Mazi Nnamdi can have never, ever started any broadcast without praying. It doesn't happen. And in that prayer, before he started prayer, he will make a confession and tell you that I do not worship idol. Mazi Nnamdi will tell you, he will make it clear to you that I do not worship what? Idol. He will go to the extent of telling you, even he mentions some of them, he tell you, don't go here, don't go here. Mazi Nnamdi is the only man that is very, he will tell you a thing and pursue it and take it to the last. He will take any topic, he will take any topic and decimate that topic to the end without any objection, without looking at anybody. And he is the only man who is qualified to handle every topic. To handle every topic. But today, you see people who claim to be standing with Mazi Nnamdi. They claim to be with him. But let me tell you, when they talk about structure, they forgot about the spiritual structure that Mazi Nnamdi have put together. So many of them today have brought idol worship in the struggle. So many of them have faith in so many gods. So many of them put faith in fetish things. Even Mazi Nnamdi, you saw Mazi Nnamdi, when we were losing men on the ground, during that period we lost men, Mazi Nnamdi was angry. Mazi Nnamdi, why are you going to take charm and hold it after taking charm and putting charm in your body? You forget your senses. You will not use your brain again. Whatever you're using to guide yourself, does that make you to lose your sense? If you are putting your hope in material things, put yourself hope on fetish, you will definitely die. Mazi Nnamdi went to the extent of telling people that when you are going to take fetish, that sacrifice you're making to idol, that sacrifice you're making to fetish, let me tell you, the government is doing it more than you. The government you are facing, the military men you are facing, they are doing it more than you. So why must you put your hope on that? You must always apply your common sense in anything you are doing. That is the message of Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi will not go and advise you to go and begin to take charm and hold you. After you hold the charm, you don't forget your senses. That is not the message of Mazi Nnamdi. The message of Mazi Nnamdi, each time he broadcasts, he will keep on reminding us, I do not worship idol. This is a solid spiritual structure that Mazi Nnamdi have put together. But today, nobody is talking about that structure. Nobody is talking about that structure. But while Mazi Nnamdi here, you see that very structure was very, very strong and effective. Very, very strong. And we are holding on it. And it was when Mazi Nnamdi that was around. That is when you see people saying that IPOB is white and whiter than snow. White and whiter than snow. Everybody comes and say, we are white and whiter than white. The only person that is white and whiter than white has always been Mazi Nnamdi. It is only Mazi Nnamdi that is white and whiter than white. And Mazi Nnamdi at that point was covering every other person. He was on top, just like on top, using his own shoulder. That white veil on him, he used that purity in him. Because he is very pure. No stain. He was covering every one of us under him. But when Mazi Nnamdi was removed from the picture, you begin to see some dirty linens. See people who have clothes that are patched. You see people who their clothes is black, darker than charcoal. You see people who their heart and body is darker than charcoal. Today you don't see them talk about it. How many of them in their platform now to tell you that we are white and whiter than snow? How many of them? How many of them can proudly be in their platform today and say we are white and whiter than snow? The shame will not even allow them to open their mouth and say such. They can't say it. They can't say it anymore. But why Mazi Nnamdi? This is a spiritual structure that Mazi Nnamdi put in place. But they have thrown it to the dustbin. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. They focus on the political aspect of it. Everybody's talking about politics. It's just about the political aspect of it. That's where they focus. They focus on the politics. Anytime you see them talking about structure, they're talking about politics. But let me tell you, Chukwu Okike have raised someone else. Chukwu Okike have raised our brother Simon Ekpa, who is building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every single foundation that Mazi Nnamdi have led today, Mazi Simon Ekpa is standing on that foundation and continue to build on it. And when the foundation is strong, no man born of a woman can build it down. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter how strong you think you are. It doesn't matter your own level. Let me tell you, when the foundation is strong, you cannot pull it down. But when the foundation is faulty, it cannot stand. You see the Zoological Republic. The Zoological Republic cannot stand because the foundation is faulty. The foundation is faulty. When you see the foundation of Zoological, why the Zoological Republic cannot stand? Why the Zoological Republic cannot? Please share the video. Share the video to all platforms. Keep on sharing. Why the Zoological Republic cannot stand today is because the foundation is faulty. It was built on a faulty foundation. And when a foundation is faulty, just like Michael Sekoma said, you cannot build something on nothing. It doesn't matter how beautiful the edifice is that you build on top. As long as the foundation is faulty, it is going to fall. It will definitely fall. That is why you are seeing the fall of the contraption called Nigeria. That is why you are seeing the destruction of Nigeria. You see the falling of Nigeria. Nigeria have already fallen and decimated. But when you see a foundation is trust, a good foundation, a solid foundation, a foundation built on a rock, a foundation built on rock, like the Biafra. Biafra is a solid foundation built on rock. If you try to jam it, you will hit your head on the wall and you will not be no more. If you try to jam Biafra, you try to hit Biafra, you will jam a trailer that will crush you and you never stand. Go and check. Every one of them that is standing against Biafra, go and look at them. Look at their platform. Look at how they look. Every single person that is standing against Biafra, go and check them and look their record. Those who survive to tell the story, go and see them and look at how they are. Those that survive. Every single person that was standing against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the onset to today, go and check them. Where are they? So many of them have disappeared. And the same thing today happening. The ones that are standing against Autopilot, those that are standing against our brother Simon Ekpa, they are disappearing. They have disappeared. Not even disappeared. They have disappeared. Go and check, find them and see what you will see there. They have disappeared. And if you are a member of Autopilot, you should be proud of yourself. You should be raising your head high. If you are a Biafran, a genuine Biafran, you should be celebrating. Because we are going home. Our going home is signed and sealed. The Biafra restoration has been signed and sealed. And in 2023 marks the beginning of Biafra. It doesn't matter what anybody does. I have told you, those of us who are living in Biafra land, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Get yourself necessary equipment. Get yourself necessary. Stock up food for yourself. Stock up food for yourself. Stock up food. Any kind of food you can buy. Those necessary things you can have. Stock it up for yourself. Because a time might come when there will be no market for you to go for some time. There might be a time when you will not have market to go for some time. There will be a time when you cannot be able to come out. Stock up food for yourself. Stock up necessary things. Those necessary things. If you are abroad, please call your family back home. Call them and give them the information to stock up some food stuff for themselves. Stock up something for themselves. Keep some things available for themselves in case of anything. We don't want to be taken unaware. We don't want any Biafra to be taken away. Let me tell you, we are going home. The kingdom of God suffered violence, and only the violent one take it by force. This time around, they want us to take our freedom by force. They want us to take our freedom by force. We are going to take our referendum. Our referendum is going to be taken by fire, by force. No man born of a woman can stop it. And I tell you again, if you think that Biafra is a dream, Biafra is no longer a dream. It is a reality. Begin to live in the reality of Biafra. Begin to breathe it. Begin to feel it. Begin to touch it. Begin to see it. Begin to visualize it. It is here. It is here. When you see the way things are going, you will know that it is here. And the genuine people who sincerely want to be Biafra, genuine Biafrans who sincerely are genuinely seeking for Biafra, every one of them are coming under one umbrella. They are coming under one umbrella, under one umbrella, and nobody can put that demarcation because this is appointed time. The unification that was started by Asula Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started the unification of all the Biafran groups. He didn't stop there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started unifying every region, including our Oduduwa brothers. The middle better. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extending hand to them. And today, you see somebody building on that foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is how you know who is on the path of the right path. That is how to know who is following the foundation. That is how to know who is following the foundation. For those of you who say, the only way you can know who is following, go and check. Go and check. Those last messages that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, last instructions that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave before he was kidnapped. That very broadcast he made before he was kidnapped, there are important information there. In his last messages, the 3 last messages he preached before he was kidnapped, go and listen to it properly. You will see a hidden information. And those information are there. Today, people who claim to be with him, who claim to be this and that, who claim to be Alpha and Omega in IPOB, they couldn't do anything. Instead, they were trying to dump it and they were trying to subdue it. They were trying to press it. They were trying to take us 100 miles back. But I thank Chukwu Abiyama raised our brother Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa begin to remind us of every single thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said in the past. Every single word that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has spoken, he begin to implement them one after the other. Begin to implement them one after the other. Begin to implement them. And today, we are in restoration of Biafra. Restoration. And when Mazi Simon Ekpa come and tell that he knows when Biafra will come, you don't have to doubt him. Don't doubt him. Go and check what he's doing. Listen to his broadcast. Check the step that we are going. When you look at the step that we are following, you yourself can be able to calculate and know when Biafra is going to come. If you are paying attention, if you are a genuine Biafran, and you with your own heart, if you are not a witch against Biafra, if you are not an enemy of progress, you're not a saboteur, let me tell you, with an open mind, study the things that are happening today. Listen to brokers from Simon Ekpa. Listen to mainly the brokers, about 3-4 brokers that he made lately. Listen to them carefully. You can make calculation. With your own calculation, you can be able to say when Biafra will come. You can be able to say that. And it is not a joke. That is why I'm so happy for the response on the fundraising. I say every Biafran all over the world, any place you're watching me from, any place, please share the videos on all platforms. I am thanking every single genuine Biafran. Every single genuine Biafran. I thank you and I appreciate it. I say, may Chukwu Abiyama continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. If you are a member of Autopilot, Chukwu Abiyama is going to strengthen you, continue to empower you. Be proud of yourself. If you're a member of Autopilot, continue to praise Chukwu Abiyama, continue to glorify God, continue to pray for our brother Simon Ekpa. He is on the right path. And let me tell you, Biafrans are watching. Biafrans are watching. They know who is right and who is wrong. They know whom they are following. Biafrans are watching. And they are not looking back. The fundraising was a great success. I am telling you that even as you are watching, as you're watching this very video, as you're watching, the fundraising is still going on. People are still calling. Don't be left aside. Don't say it is finished. If you have not done yours, go there, go through the website. Go through the website. You can make your own donation at any given time, no matter how small. Write your name in gold. Chukwu Abiyama is taking a roll call. Chukwu Abiyama is taking a roll call. I told you last time, that is the best place for you to pay your tithe and offering. I'm not telling you not to support your church. I'm not telling you not to pay offering in the church, not to support your, but let me tell you, that is another place you can be able to pay your tithe. ESN fundraising. ESN raising is another place you can be able to pay your tithe and offering. It's another source of paying your tithe and offering. Another place. Because let me tell you, that very ESN, they are working for you. They are working for your future. They are working for your born children. And the person that established it is a prophet of our own time, our Savior, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prays more than any other GO or pastor can take. There is no pastor or GO that prays equal Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prayer. They don't equal Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in prayer, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu face reality. He knows reality and he's facing reality. He doesn't just pray and sit down. He pray and he add word to prayer. But what do we see today? You see some of your GO, most of your GO who claim to be prayer. Today, every of their confession today is about election. Their prophecy today is about election. Some of them are even scared to protest, to give prophecy. So many of them are scared to give prophecy because they are not even sure what is going to happen.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you. If you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.